Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Magic Show where you must be in it to win it. Recently we received the first spoilers for Lorwyn Eclipsed, and I finally got around to making a video on it. This is that video. Before we look at some cardboard, here's what's going on in the Lorwyn Shadowmoor plane. The plane of Lorwyn has long existed in two alternating aspects. Lorwyn, the bright, eternal daylight, and Shadowmoor, the darkness, perpetual night, and stacks players. The transition between the two was controlled by a cosmic event called the Great Aurora, which reset the plane every 300 years. However, after the defeat of the fairy queen Una, the balance tipped. The flip no longer happens cleanly. Instead, the border between day and night has become volatile, melding into what is known as eclipsed realms. In these eclipsed territories, neither light nor darkness fully illuminates. Creatures and landscapes can shift unpredictably. Identities, memories, and forms may blur. Cosmic beings now embody the sun and moon. Irdu, the incarnation of dawn and light, and Isalu, incarnation of dusk and dark. Their conflict and influence press upon those caught between states. A big central theme is identity and duality. What happens when you cross from day to night, or vice versa? What remains of your true self? So, Lorwyn Eclipsed is in a state of flux, where the old rules are broken and new conflicts emerge. With that out of the way, let us now look at cardboard. First up, we have Deceit and Emptiness. I have to say this is a cool design for this cycle. Deceit is a 5/5 elemental incarnation for 4 mana and either double blue or black that you can evoke out for 2 mana. You can evoke Deceit for one of the abilities early or cast it for full price and get both ETBs. Bouncing a permanent or Thoughtseizing opponent is good early, but I can see the downside. Sorcery speed bounce or 2 mana Thoughtseize isn't something to be super excited about. This also has the downside of being a double pip monocolored spell since the blue-black combination does nothing. Don't get me wrong, it's a cool card at 6 mana. You can essentially remove something from play without it dying as the floor, or play the large body, bounce a problematic piece, and take your opponent's removal or next play. It's a nice toolbox design, but the costs are tough. Emptiness is an Orzhov version of Deceit that is a 3/5 for 4 mana and double white or black that you can evoke out for 2. You can evoke it out early or pay full price for both abilities. You have the reanimation of a creature with mana 3 or less, or you can put 3 -1/1 counters on up to 1 target creature. 6 mana is a lot for both effects, and will really feel bad if you need early removal with only a plains and a swamp on the field. Emptiness should see more play than Deceit in my opinion, but you can all let me know. Mutable Explorer is a 1/1 changeling shapeshifter for 2 and a green that makes a Mutavault token when it enters. Mutavault is a land that becomes a 2/2 changeling for 1 mana. It's still a land, of course. A shapeshifting explorer that makes shapeshifting lands. This should see a lot of play in changeling and token decks. Creating tokens of cards that already exist in Magic is a pretty cool idea that I hope Wizards explore in the future. I need my token Blightsteel, please and thank you. Irdu, Carrier of Dawn, and Isalu, Carrier of Twilight are the cosmic beings that embody the sun and moon on Lorwyn. This beautiful art and card design really show what Wizards is capable of when they're not spamming Universes Beyond sets. Irdu is a 5/5 flying lifelinker for 3 colorless and 2 white that gives your creature spells Convoke. You can flip it to Isalu at the beginning of your first main phase for 1 white and vice versa for 1 black. Isalu gives your non-token creatures Persist. This is a great combination of mechanics. Convoke your threats and combo pieces out on one side and protect them with the other. Fits perfectly into the Orzhov aesthetic and should definitely see play in Ratadrabic Brews. Morningtide's Light. Wizards love a Teferi's protection-like effect. Morningtide's Light is a sorcery for 3 and a white that exiles however many creatures you want, no matter if they're yours or your opponent's, and returns them tapped at the beginning of the next end step. Until your next turn, prevent all damage that would be dealt to you. Basically, this exiles all blockers for you to swing freely and even protects you from the crackback because all damage dealt to you is prevented for 1 turn rotation. I feel for the guy who goes the turn before this is cast. Fun bit of flavor too, this resets all transforming cards to the front day side, which is exactly what the Morningtide does in Lorwyn. Morningtide's Light will also see play in plenty of blink decks, and I may give it a shot in my Myrel deck. Figure of Fable is more of a Magic is So kind of back card. This is clearly a callback to Figure of Destiny, but it's nice to see the Kithkin making a comeback with their overly sized heads. Also, the art gets an A+ from me. An 11 mana 7/8 with protection from your opponent seems pretty cool, no? The important thing here is that Figure of Fable is a great indicator that this set will be good. Bitter Bloom Bearer. Finally, Bitter Blossom has grown legs and wings, ladies and gentlemen. Let's also give it flash because why not, eh, Wizards? I will say that the art in this set is going to go crazy. The downside is that Bitter Blossom sticks around after a board wipe, but Bitter Bloom Bearer allows you to keep up interaction on turn 2 if you're into that. People will say this is a better Bitter Blossom, but I will leave that up to debate. What do you guys think? Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for taking the time to listen to my opinions. I hope you all enjoyed. If you agree, disagree, or think I'm crazy, please let me know down below. I'll see you all in the next video. Until then, keep your eye on the sky because you never know when the Great Aurora might flip the lights on you.